called the one in Kong, Kiserian.
Kiseri,
Yeah.
Oltiani Primary School, we're there. And we're also in Oltiani Secondary School. And that's a school actually I'm going to put much efforts for them. And hopefully I would like to see that there's a boarding school for the girls. That's something I'm working with. I would like to see they're lacking dining hall.
All right.
And not only them, also in Sagiloni Girls. So the next actually that we're working is for Sagiloni to get a water project.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, you've mentioned those a few schools. For example, now, do you know you have the list of schools that you've done so far? Because I don't think it's an easy project, right?
It's not.
How many schools have you built so far?
It's not easy. We've been in Kajiado County. It's the 2 schools we are there now. Yeah.
Kajiado 2.
Yeah.
Narok.
Narok we are 1.
1.
Yeah. But we have Narok is more like into the women project that we have with the mamas.
All right.
So there's a separate project with the mamas. And
Samburu?
Then Samburu we are working on 1 now. And then we are working Isiolo. We did 1.
In Isiolo you did 1.
But actually for a very short time. We started August last year.
Sure. Yeah, you guys have really tried. I'm like, you guys are really on feet. Huh? You're not sleeping. You're really working. I mean, if people would really do this in the next coming future, Kenya would be some places. Like, we won't be having anything like marginalized communities. You get the point? Yeah, I think this is an initiative that I'm also buying the idea, like, and I'll always tell you, bravo, and keep doing it, and may God give you the strength, and, you know, I wish you more years on earth and all that, so that we can, you know, you can tell these mamas that they can also do much as they can. You know, it doesn't limit being a mother, right? Now, among these schools, now that Marsabit, there is no institution?
No.
Not
we haven't
yet.
started working with that because of the security issues. So that was there.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But we have identified a school there that we're working with. But at the same time, we have funded other partners who are having building schools. Yeah, because they are already on the ground. So that we have done. But as we going in, we haven't done that. But we are funded actually. Yeah.
Having talked of partners, who are your partners?
This is also when people go in and ask me, do you have donors? We don't have these major donors that you're looking into. So mostly I use my resources.
All right.
I have a lot of friends, so it's a lot of private initiatives.
I understand.
So it's companies in Sweden, people in Denmark fundraising. I have a lawyers association in Hawaii.
Wow, amazing.
So I have people in Canada.
All right, thank you.
So it's a lot of people around the world who are actually just financing. So like I can go, now we need to fundraise for pads for the girls in school. How many girls? And sometimes I'm quite surprised. I say, like 200. The last time it was so overwhelming. And I was like, it can not only one school, I could just do 3 schools at the same time. So most of the money and that comes actually is from Sweden, Hawaii and all that. So like Sagiloni Girls.
In Canada too?
Yeah, the lawyers associations in Hawaii is doing it together with the Rotary Club.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Among the initiative, apart from the institutions that have been built, I'm really checking like before you build these schools, like for instance in Kajiado you already have 2.
Yeah.
Narok 1.
Yeah.
And Samburu 1. And is there any other place I haven't mentioned?
No, Marsabit is through another organization.
Yeah. So
and Isiolo.
And Isiolo 1, right?
Yeah.
Now, in all these particular institutions, do you strategize in a particular place where you feel there is a gap, or you go to, to a place where you feel like you want to build, or maybe where there is a space?
No, we definitely, it's like I think like an area like Kajiado, how I ended up there in the school there, it was through Justice Lenaola when we had the discussions. So he knew of a school that needed. So I met the chief, and I went to the school and looked at it. So most of the parents who have their kids at Oltiani or secondary school, actually, they don't even pay school fees in that school. Yeah, it's really, really a marginalized community. Parents can't afford.
They can't afford. Sure.
So such a school is a school that needs us. And it needs not just me, it needs me, you, and each one of us, actually, to just go back to the community and contribute something. So that's how we identify. So the schools, when we are called and we are told, like in Samburu, I know their schools. Isiolo, I basically know. But Kajiado, this was like, apart from Kajiado town, I didn't know all these other areas. So that's somebody calls us and tells us that there's a need here. And then we go and check. We talk to the parents. We talk to the community around. So around Keseria now, I'm known.
You're already popular there. You know, in Kenya, you become popular, you become a politician.
Never.
Anyway, now you've talked about boreholes, the drilling of boreholes, and now that you really buy the idea of sustainability, you talked about using the solar panel for pumping of water, right? How many boreholes have you done so far?
Now we're doing 2. Boreholes are quite costly.
They're very costly.
They're very costly, especially solar powered ones. They're really costly.
All right.
Yeah. So, but I would love to do more, and just when I'm working on that too. So the next one, actually, one more will come up in Kajiado in Sajiloni.
All right.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
that one we already have secured the funding for it. Yeah.
Now, talking about the solar panel, you also talked about giving the mama the sewing machines. Do you feel like they have enough security? And like, for example, now, if you plant a solar system outside, don't you feel like is there security, adequate security, like they're secured enough?
We think of such things. So we think like it should be less than 9 meters. Yeah, you do. But at the same time, when you have it like in Isiolo, it's the community that manages it. So if you're already involved in the community and they feel like this is their project, so they're the ones managing it. And every month, like they put a certain amount of money aside in case it breaks down or
for
whatever it is for maintenance, they do it because it's theirs.
All right.
So, and just engaging the community, like in Keseria, I love it because we sit down with the whole community, with the chief, we sit with the mamas, even the elders and all that. So we have discussions on what is needed. Now they presented a list of what they would like to do, the community and the women there, around there. And hopefully I hope to have the ability to do something there too.
All right. Talking about the engagement of the people in the community, do you provide civic education? And if yes, or not, to who exactly do you do the civic education? Is it only about the mamas that you want to empower, or does it entail also the men and the boy child?
Yeah, it's also the men, because there are some wars or some things you can just do alone. Especially like if you talk about like challenges when it comes to early marriages, FGM and all this.
Sure.
So if you don't involve the whole community, you're not going anywhere. So that's why I say normally, like if you come, whatever, we're having something, you'll find the men there, you'll find the mamas there, you'll find, So because it's not only we empower, but training and the financial empowerment, that's what we give to the women. But then training of anything else apart from that, it's the whole community. Because I was brought up by a single mother. So I believe actually just empowering them to do, because you give a mama like 200 shillings. That will go back to, if she has kids, the first thing she'll do is just, for the husband, for the kids and the whole family. So you're empowering a woman. You're not just empowering a woman. You are empowering the whole village, the whole community. That's it. And that's the best thing actually to do.
You've talked about the number of boreholes. You've talked about the number of institutions you've built and the number of uniforms you've donated. What about the sewing machines? How many are there in Narok?
Oh, that's when we've done a lot. I can't even remember. I think like the community, we started with the Ngoilale in Narok. And there I think we have like 8-10 machines. I can't remember exactly the figures. We've done a lot more in Isiolo County. So machines were really...
You've really invested in machines compared to anything else.
Yeah, because they've been asking for that. And not only this, just normal machines. Sweater machines, embroidery machines.
Electric ones?
Electric, we have actually chosen both. Electric and non-electric. That means when they don't have some power, they can just do it manually too.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's both. It's a costly project.
I understand.
But they're doing well. But only we don't provide just the machines, but we also have training for them. So there are fundis who are teaching them how to do.
To give them the skills.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
All right. So you provide also skills apart from availing resources. You provide the skills, right?
Yeah.
That is really so much amazing. Now, particularly now you being a mother, I understand. You're married.
Yeah.
You have babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it feel? How do you work? Like, how do you manage? Because I can imagine, having toddlers, or maybe even if they are mature enough, or maybe they are adolescents, it's never easy being a parent. You understand? You also have a husband who needs to be attended. And you're all over walking, sijui Rwanda, sijui wapi. Put not talk to RS about it. How do you manage? And also tell to the mamas, how do you manage? How do we sit talk about,
about, I don't, maybe... the past year hasn't been well managing the daughter because my youngest one, she actually moved to Kenya. So she was attending the Swedish school here, and most of the time she was in the school. But at the same time, I work hard. I do, and I know that. But I also have a good balance in life, and I think all my friends say that. I can basically just I don't think this. Now, if we are talking to the mamas, anybody cannot just drop things and take a holiday. But at the same time, just this self-care, because I know and I'm aware, if I collapse today, I cannot give back to the society.
Sure.
So like even finding me in a place like this today, I'm just running away from family and everything. It's just me time. I take my own time and reflect whatever I have done, and try to take it easy. Actually, I will say, I don't believe it myself. I do not. I can be invited to, and this is the thing. It's not even like for I can sit somewhere and I'm the only foreigner sitting with all these people hiding.
All over.
Yeah, people like, how come I'm here? How come I'm doing this? But I also believe I have done a lot of hard work. So just getting there and getting respected for my opinions.
It's your worth.
Yeah, it's my work. Like, but
your worth, actually.
Yeah. So
you are umejituma.
Yeah.
So do you know how to speak Samburu? Maybe you can just say hello to the people. No, but that is Masai already, Miyolo, right? Just say enter super, just that. Yeah.
What did I say more?
All right. So it's a big challenge for you?
Yeah, it is. I understand perfectly. But this is what people should. It's because I moved quite early from Kenya. So I was 17, 18 years old when I went to India. And then from there, I've never been back. So even Swahili has been a challenge.
Swahili. Yeah. But at least we can communicate.
Yeah. Now I can, since I've been here like a year, but you can speak Masai and or Samburu. I will understand. But just the replying part of it is the hard part of it. Yeah.
But greetings, you understand?
Greetings?
Now say hi to the Masai community and Tasuma and Takwenya.
Anta super, anta kwenye.
Good.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
Ah,
So we celebrate you. We are really so happy.
Yeah.
And I just want you to motivate. And not only the girl child,
Yeah.
we also have the boy child. And now that you're a mother, you
Yeah.
understand what becoming a mother is. Just tell our people the major thing. For example, I think this kind of information should be targeted to the educated sector or
Yeah.
rather elites in the community. Can you just talk to them, like give them a word of motivation today for those who are feeling like they're so down? Like you see, most of them, they think like when you don't have a shoot today,
Yeah.
tomorrow you don't have a future, you get.
Yeah.
Or rather maybe today because you're not going to school by bus,
Yeah.
or maybe you're being sent home for school fees, tomorrow you have no future. You get the point? So I just want you to give them a last advice and maybe something of motivation to them and inspiration, in other words.
Yeah. Actually, just I would say, like just in my situation when I was a kid, for the young ones who were in school, I've been there. We've been to school where you're sent home for school fees. I've been in school where you walk all the way to the school. I've been in a school. I've been in a situation where you don't have a uniform. I've been in a situation that sometimes you don't know where the next meal is coming from. But seriously, there is a plan for everybody, and God has a plan for each of us. But I don't think that like today a lot of youngsters do give up easily. As a money, you just wake up, it's tough, and you still struggle. And I think the generation today just want a quick way out of things. There's no quick way and there's no quick fix. So not giving up is one thing, because when God created each of us, He has a plan for us.
Sure.
And that plan is, even He tells us actually, you do your best, work hard, and I will also do my part. So for the ones who are going to school and who are still young, from primary school to secondary school, you'll still make it. There is a girl from Samburu who has made it and gone all the way and has done that. But also for us who have made it, we owe it to our community to go back and do something for our community. We've seen how our communities are being marginalized. How come today we are the ones who are suffering still in this Kenya? How come today we are the ones who had major part of the lands in this country, and we are the ones actually who are struggling today? It's just because God gave us the ability, but at the same time, we are not doing much for our communities. And this is where we also should stick together and do things together. But most of all, it's just because I believe as a community, we've been left out. We are selfish. When one makes it, he does not think of the other one. We have a lot of Maasais and Samburus who have made it actually in this town. Just go around Nairobi. Takuta wengi sana. But at the same time, how many of them go back to the community to give back to the community? Not a lot. How many of them go back, even just not even financially, mentoring up schools with these kids? Not a lot of them. So this is where we fail, and we fail our communities. And there's nobody outside there to say other groups who are going to help us. They don't. And at the same time, to the parents, keep the girls and the boys' child, even educate our kids. Educate our kids. Education is one way, even for you, for all of us, actually, education is what has helped us.
Sure.
Yeah. So without education, really to nyumbani, you'll be still there. Somebody will maybe do some housework or whatever, but try and educate the kids. Not all of us will succeed with education, but at the same time, ukishindwa na shule usipoenda university, go to vocational college or something, learn a skill, train yourself with the kids. But we should actually go from these, some of our cultures actually are keeping us in especially just education and educating our girls even. Hiyo itatusaidia sana. But for the mothers, there is also, I know the struggle. I don't think, I know even the struggle of not giving up. Some people ask me how I wake up in the morning when you have just lost a kid, and life has not been easy, but I still believe there's a reason
behind that.
For that. So, but for the women, and especially
the single
sticking together, trying and working out together. Like this microfinance wanafanyanga hii kidogo kidogo. Try to find a skill. Somebody is very good at making hair. Somebody else is very good at tailoring, and maybe trying to niche in something that they are good at, and just to try and get a living out of it. And not giving up. Not giving up.
All right, I understand with all these kind of things you do, you're working with the government of Kenya, or rather they have to give you a penetration through one way or the other, right? What is your last word to the government of Kenya? Or rather, how do you feel about it?
With the risk of losing the job that I'm looking for now.
We will end it that oh my goodness.
No, but I seriously feel like the government has failed in some parts. Because why do I come and start providing water to people? When we have a government actually that can do that. Why do I come and pay school uniform or pay some school fees for kids when we have a government?
And we have a free education. All right.
So when you say like it's free education, actually it's not free education. Free education should include that the girls have sanitary pads, the boys and girls have uniform, they have shoes. They have shoes. They have one meal at least a day. I mean, a primary school that the other day we took some uji for the kids. Kids who weekends they come back to school on Monday. They have slept hungry in 2 days, and then they come back to school, and there's no food in the school too. So it's not our responsibility for us, like our citizens of the country, to come back and again take care of the problems that the government has not. We don't have medicines in our hospitals. We don't have. It's actually embarrassing even to say. And at the same time, it's elections now. Look how much money is being pumped
out for political campaigns, and we are not
a lot of money is being pumped. We have people dying because I wanna. Ninja, this is the season now. The drought in Kenya has hit the most. And who is it hitting? It's us.
The marginalized communities.
It's us. Nakesho there will start and voting for wrong people to come in. Just because you are paid 100 shillings for the day. So now it's also think. Vote in the right people. People who can help you. Because kila mtu, you just vote in the wrong person, will still continue suffering.
With our kids will not,
our kids will not go to school. Our kids will not do anything. So think now, just before elections, actually, fikiria. The leaders we are supposed to choose are the leaders who are going to take care of us and the community. It's not ile tu wanafikiria juu ya tumbo zao. So that's number one.
All right, your last word. Who do you want to give the vote of thanks today? Like most people have held you strong and supported you in all these projects, because it's never easy, I understand. So who do you want to appreciate?
I would like to say I show them to all, especially to a lot of women in Sweden.
All right.
They do a lot of fundraising for me. My friends, the business community, they've done that. My mentor actually in Kenya, and where the person who is also taking me to like Kajiado County, Justice Lenaula.
All right.
He has been one of the amazing people actually, who has shown us together the foundation to do a lot of things in Kajiado County. There's the chief of Keserian, David, who has made it also really
easy for you to penetrate.
To penetrate. Amazing head teacher and principals of Tiane Primary School and Secondary School. That's one of the fantastic people we have had. But also our partners. We're El Maratak with Akina Agnes Leina. We've worked together for a very long time. Spread Truth Africa. AMREF is also our partner that we are working. We're working together. Rotary Club of Kona in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
the Lawyers Association of Hawaii too,
Mm-hmm.
for their actually financially done amazing work for us, but also my family here in Kenya and my Kenyan friends who have contributed a lot. But my family has done an amazing work. To do that. And to my husband and my daughter.
All right.
Because without them giving me this time, I wouldn't have done anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Fatima.
Yeah.
We wish you all the best at Santian TV.
Yeah.
And look forward for more celebrations in the next coming years, and also more interviews, so that we can be able to provide civic education to our people, informative, kind of information, educate them, and also empower them through even inspiration and motivation. Speaking like today, someone else will think that the marginalized communities can't just get married, and now you're here, you represent us in Sweden, you represent us in all over the world, such that you even have such big bodies that are actually working with you. We celebrate you, and we'll definitely give you an applaud for that.
Thank you so much.
Bravo once again. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thanks.